All right, welcome back to Friday Briefing. Thank you very much for staying with us. All right, let's get into that conversation. And I've seen all the questions that you want me to pose to Zari, and I will. But first things first, Zari, there's a lot of things about you there. You put your private life there. You're not scared to do that. What is it that, we do not know about you? Tell us something that's, because I think everybody knows something about you.
I think there's a difference between social media and real life. And social media, remember, it's just social media. We decide what we put out there.
Yeah.
And with real life, now we decide to hide what we're not supposed to post. So for me, I have the two worlds. I have the social media life, and then I have the real life, Zari.
Yeah.
So what people don't know about me, they're about to find out in my reality show.
You're having a reality show.
Yes.
And we'll be talking about that. So you've said something very interesting, that there's the social media life, and then there's the private life.
Yeah.
So would you care to tell us what is it that we don't get to see about you?
There's so much how I train my boys to be men, how I train Latifah to be a real woman, a whole lot of things, how me being the CEO of my company, and there's so much out there that people don't know about me. Because usually when they see Zari on social media, it's just the Zari glam. But behind the scenes, we have
shoes,
a whole
the clothes,
lot.
everything, but there's a lot going on.
It's a whole lot of things that's going on about Zari that people don't know.
All right.
Yes.
And you mentioned about your reality TV. When is it starting, and what will we see about in it?
We're still sharing because we want to have a couple of seasons ready, and then we can be able to put out the product. It's a whole lot of work, behind the scenes, because I'm not just sitting here and saying, hey, I'm Zari, I have a reality show. It's a whole lot of work, that we're putting in. So I'm not going to give dates, but before the end of the year, we surely should be doing the premiere of the show. Yeah.
And you mentioned also something to do with work. And there are a number of Kenyans. One of the questions that I've gotten is that, okay, what does Zari do? Because we see Zari, just the pictures and everything. But I know that you run a number of schools in South Africa.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
I'm CEO to Brooklyn City College, which is about 11 branches. And then we also have Brooklyn Health of Studies, which is your nursing school in South Africa. So in total, we're looking about 14 schools nationwide in South Africa, and I am CEO in this company. So it's a whole lot of work behind the scenes, because as CEO, you either make the company or break the company.
Right.
So,
and you're actively involved in the day-to-day running
24 hours,
24
because
hours.
my day starts at 5 a.m., probably go to bed around 11 or 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And all that time you're actually working.
Trust me.
And there are many young women, maybe the women, of course, who know more about you, about the schools that that you run and everything, who look up to you. And of course, there's that other side that, there are also people who all the time, saying all these negative things, about you. How are you able to balance between that? Because people are like, okay, what does she do anyway?
Yeah, I hear you. But like I said, there's a difference between social media and real life. And for me, I've mastered the art of keeping the two separate. And when people say things about me, it is for them to make probably themselves feel better. But their opinions is just opinions. It's not really the real thing or the actual thing. So it's just an opinion. And I usually don't pay so much attention to what people saying. People say about me on social media. So most of the times I just ignore.
You just ignore the negative.
That's it. Just
and
ignore.
Take in the
and do what you need to do and do what's right and keep moving.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Zari the mom. One of the other fascinating things is that you're a mother of 5.
Yes.
And some women always like, how is that possible?
I know.
Yeah. So how is that like?
It's an amazing experience to start with. It's so beautiful being a mom, because there's never a dull moment in one's life. You have Nilan saying something else, you have Latifah saying something else, and you have Pinto on the other side being the bigger boy, telling you about his basketball team, or they're the coolest and everything. And there's a whole lot of things. It's so amazing, it's so beautiful, and I love being a mom. If there's one thing I love in this life, is being a mom, because it comes with so much responsibility.
Right.
It comes with so much, it's a whole lot of things being a mom. It's just not you going into labor and, hey, I have a baby.
Yeah.
No. It's not
it.
like that. It's so much behind the scenes for you to be a mom.
All
and
right.
I'm so grateful.
And you're grateful for that. And of course, we've seen, the videos, the pictures of you and your kids spending time together. But what are some of the lessons that you pass to them? I mean, you've gone through so much.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you tell your sons and you tell your daughter?
I think most importantly, my sons need to know, they need to respect women. because with respect comes a whole lot of things. If you're gonna respect a woman, a whole lot of things are gonna fall in place. And when it comes to my one and only daughter, Latifa, she is like, all my days, I can explain to her. She is like everything to me. So I just want her to grow up knowing she needs to be strong. She needs to. I'm so glad I passed on the common sense to her. So she needs a bit of education, and then she'll be able to face the world. So I'm really trying to teach her that it's a tough world. She's gonna meet a whole lot of challenges, but I'm just trying to prepare her for what's happening in the future. But I'm glad she's a tough cookie. She's really a tough. She bosses everybody around in the house, and I'm like, yes, go, yes. So I'm glad,
All right. So what is it that Zari is yet to do? You know, when you look ahead, you know, you're running all these 14 schools in South Africa. What else do you want to do apart from the reality TV show, even just as a woman?
Man, it's a whole lot of things. It's a whole lot of things, because Chanel once said, Coco Chanel once said, the world is your runway.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like I'm always telling people, like, I'm just starting to crawl. So I need to walk, and after my walking, then I need to run. So I can't explain it. There's so much that I feel like Zari needs to do, but that's gonna depend on God and how much time He's giving me. Am I gonna be here? Am I gonna be gone? But whatever it is, I'm just living in the moment. So today I feel like I wanna do this, I'm gonna do that. I have a projection for 3 years, what I wanna do in 3 years, I'm gonna do it, and I'm just going with the flow.
All right.
So, but there is so much that I really feel I need to do.
All right.
Yeah.
One of the other questions that I got from very many young women, they were asking that, you know, some of them have gone through school, they have graduated, they don't have jobs. Then they look at, you know, women like you, and you're living the life. They want to do something. They want to start something for themselves.
Yeah.
And I think they're looking for some motivation, some inspiration, on just to know that even them, you know, at some point maybe they'll get there. Hopefully they'll get there. What is your message really to young girls who look up to you?
It's tough, because we all have these, you need to go to school, and then you're going to get your degree, and then you're going to get a job, and then you're going to get married, and then things are going to be okay. But along the way, the script changes. You know, go to school, get a degree, you're stuck. Then what happens? Or maybe get married and still get no job. So what happens? Okay, I'm just going to say, a whole lot of people think like, I have a degree, why do I need to go and clean? There's no jobs out there for you at the moment, but look, the only position that is available is for a cleaner. What do? Apply for the cleaning position. What happens?
Even if I have my master's degree?
Yes, apply for the cleaning position. During the cleaning position, while you're busy cleaning the CEO's office, my office, hashtag my office. So say, ma'am, look, I've got this. I'm probably going to take time and look through what you've done or whatever it is. I might not probably take you serious today or the next day, but along the way, I'm going to feel, hold on. So-and-so brought her CV to me, like, what's happening? I'm going to look into your CV. I'm going to call you for an interview. And before you know it, you coming from cleaner to probably admin or head of whatever department it is. So we tend to say, I have a degree, I cannot clean. I have a degree, I cannot be a PA to somebody. I have a degree, you cannot do that. You need to start somewhere. If there's no job for you somewhere, just find yourself wherever it's going to be. Get in there, and then who knows?
Like seize whatever
like,
moment
who
you
knows?
have.
Somebody's going to be like, hey, I know of somebody. She's making tea at whatever company it is. And then, oh, can you call this person in? And you're going to start there. So a whole lot of people need to understand things are not just going to happen just because, oh, you went to school and you have a degree, so you obviously get a job. It's not going to happen. You're probably going to be stuck for another 5 years without a job. But if you say, you know what, I'll take this cleaning, who knows, 3 months down the line, you're going to be head of department for whatever it is.
Yeah. So seizing the moment.
That's
I like
my
that
point.
message. Very powerful. Zari, coming back now to the reason why you're in Kenya, it's a very important initiative, raising awareness for cancer. Talk to us about it. Why did you agree to do it in the first place, the Color Purple concert?
You know, I've always involved myself into charity projects. Like, I do a whole lot of charity in Uganda. And for me, this one specifically, it's about my mom. My mom passed away for cancer. Like, she had high blood, and then she had sugar diabetes. And along the whole time, we thought we just doing sugar diabetes and high blood, but then we discovered she had cancer. And it was on the last minute that she couldn't even do chemo.
Right.
So for me, this whole color purple concept is cancer awareness. So I kind of feel like I need to associate myself with this to bring the awareness.
Right.
With women, it's a whole lot of things that we can do. You know, there's pap smear and things like that that you can avoid cancer. So we don't need to sit around here and wait for it to attack us, but we can prevent it. And that's why we are here, you know, to promote, to put out the awareness of the disease. And it's a beautiful cause. I'm so happy that I'm part of that.
Indeed it is.
Yes.
And I'm sure you speak to very many young women. Are women more receptive to actually going to the gynecologist, getting their pap smear done?
It is very important. Anybody above 20, I think you need to have a pap smear. That is like a must. It's not even like something that you need to negotiate about. It's a compulsory. Anybody about 20 years, you need to have a pap smear. That actually prevents you from cervical cancer and things like that. Everybody needs that.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it. So it's tomorrow, Uhuru Gardens?
Yes.
And she's going to be there.
Yes.
You mentioned I can't let you go without talking about somebody so special to you, your mom. And you know, when she passed away, and Paul Esana for that, many people followed, you know, the journey, you know, at least from that time. What lessons have you learned, you know, seeing her go through the whole journey until the end? I can see you breathing hard. I can imagine it's very hard, but maybe if you could just talk to us about that.
I'm good. I'm good. It was a tough one. My mom has been having sugar diabetes and high blood pressure for more than 20 years. 25, because my younger brother is probably 25 now, Kareem. Yeah, so he's been fighting that. So when we were told by the doctors that this is what is happening, it was like, we're like, what? Cancer on they actually said she's got a lump on her pancreas. And they couldn't do anything at that moment because now it was at the later stage. So I was like, but why? We've been giving her the best treatments. My mom would fly to South Africa every other 3 months, see doctors, do her medical checkups and do her treatments. Like, we were giving her the best treatments. But this is something they did not pick up. Like, how could they not pick this up? Because she was doing like general checkups. But yeah, it's something that happened, and we were like, okay, this is what is happening, what next? So, and then the doctors actually called me personally and not the family, because everybody in the family was panicking and everything. Like, Zari, we need to speak to you. And they said, okay, this is what is happening. And I was like, oh, okay. So people were like, nah, she didn't even cry at her mother's funeral, or she didn't cry at Ivan's funeral. She was wearing makeup, she had sunglasses. I was prepared of what was coming because I was told this is what is happening. And to me, my mom was like, this is my mom, and then this is everybody.
Yes.
So everything revolved around my mom. So when my mom goes, who is left? Me. So I either had to break down, or I had to put up a face and say, guys, I am here, and everything is gonna be okay. I mean, we're all gonna die. We just not expect, you don't know. Right now, we could just get out of here and I'm gonna have an accident. I'm like, oh my God, we were with Zari. But you know, it is just what it is. So I had to just put myself together and say, my kids are looking up to me. It was 7 weeks when Ivan passed, and then it was my mom. And I was like, okay, God, what is happening? Why me? Like, it just hits you. Like, it's like somebody, like, oh, please.
And you're not even prepared.
I wasn't ready for this, but it happened. So I told myself, you need to get it together. And I got it together. And I said, you know what? It's life. I'm going to face it. I'm going to do it. And family, I'm here. Kids, I'm here. Can we just move forward?
So then who's your support system? Because if all these people depend on you, then what happens to you?
That is the thing. Who's my support system? That is the thing. Who's my support system? I also ask myself, who's my support system? But I'm just so blessed. I have beautiful sisters. We are like very tight, and we speak about everything. We are always out there confiding each other. And I don't really have like my circle is very small because I am not about to let out to everybody of what on what's happening in my life. So my family, which is my sisters and my brothers, so that is my support system. And we hold ourselves together. And sometimes if I need help, I've got pastors to speak to. I've got women groups at church that you can, you know, and they just comfort you and they give you like, what is it called? Counsel you through these things. But there's also one thing about having faith. When you have faith and you just say, you know what, God, you chose me. You put me in this situation and this is what you want for me. What am I going to say? No? Even if I say, no, God, please don't take her. You're still he's still going to take her. So you're like, you know what? It's fine. Just give me the strength, the wisdom. Just show me how do I move on from here. So I think faith really put me through to be where I am today.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was tough. I could have broken down because it's one thing, it's Ivan. Shortly, and then it's mom, and then it's the scandal of my ex having another baby. And then I was like, really?
But you take it with stride.
It was
and
just
that's
too
shocking.
much. In the shortest period, things were just happening one after another. But once you pray over it, you trust God and you say, you know what, it's fine. It is fine. You chose me for a reason to go through this. It is fine. I accept it. Please just give me the energy and wisdom and strength. Let me just go through it. Yeah, but anybody else, you would have probably had a heart attack. You would have probably... Oh, no. I can't. I just can't.
I know all about strength.
Yeah.
One last question.
Okay.
After that scandalous breakup, so is Zari dating right now? Are you looking to date right now? Are you hopeful that, you know, soon there's going to be a Prince Charming to sweep you off your feet?
Oh my days. Everybody's asking, but if you really want to know, I'm so single right now. By choice. It's a whole lot of guys that want to date me. I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm self-made. I am everything a man could ever want. But nah, I just want to be single for now because I'm trying to rebuild Zari. I was earlier speaking to one of the radio stations saying that when usually we fall into relationships, we tend to forget who we are. Because now we want to make the relationship work. And then we are putting our everything, we're even doing things we were never doing before, but you kind of feel like, if I did this, maybe I'm going to keep him or whatever. It is wrong. Ladies, don't do things just to keep him. He's still going to go. No matter how good, how beautiful, how successful it is not you. I really want to tell ladies, it's not you. It is him. There's something wrong with him that he feels like you are not woman enough, or he feels like you are too much of a woman for him, so he needs to go someplace where he feels like he will be appreciated. You will appreciate him. It's beautiful. You will appreciate him, but he will still need to go to somebody that is going to make him feel like king. So for me, I am just at a place where I am not going to date because there's so much pressure. Who's your next guy?
No pressure.
No pressure. I'm enjoying the kids. I'm enjoying my life. I'm investing. There's a whole lot of investments that I'm doing now because I want to leave a legacy for my kids.
All right.
You have to understand, for me now, it looks like all my kids are fatherless, regardless. I don't want to go into details.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So I'm just into a place where, like, I want to invest for the kids.
Okay.
Should anything happen to me, my kids have something to
fall back on.
Yeah.
I like that.
And if I happen to date, he's not going to be public material because you know what happens. You DM these people. You just want to send him your nude pictures and show him you better than Zari. Now, he's just going to be my man, not our man, my man. So,
I like that.
Yes, it's going to be so private. But for now, I think the whole 2018, I just want to stay single. Yeah.
It's all about Zari.
Yeah, it's all about Zari. Oh, it's so beautiful being about Zari. Yes.
Zari, I like you
a
lot.
I like it. Thank you.
We'll have our moment during the break.
Yes.
But thank you very much for coming.
Pleasure
We'll come and support
so
you tomorrow, and of course support
you.
your beautiful initiative, the Color Purple concert. We'll be there tomorrow. And yeah, keeping on.
Thank you.
Yeah, go power, more power to
so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sure you've enjoyed the conversation, and of course you know where to find Zari.
Yes. Zari the Boss Lady on Instagram.
Everywhere. everywhere.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Zari Hassan, in the studio with us, talking to us about a lot. And of course, that concert is going to be held tomorrow at the Uhuru Gardens. Go there. Let's also take care of ourselves as women. All right, let's take a short commercial break. We're coming back shortly. Do not go away.
Whatever.